Hi there, fatties. Gross coming back at you from Dan and Gross Talking Nonsense. As always, this is now the fourth installment of the box break videos that I've been doing. I've told you guys about this on the podcast, how I fell into this wormhole thanks to Chad Dukes and the Rodcast cards, so go check them out if you have not already. But tonight I wanted to get into a special box that I ordered. It is the 2019 Diamond Kings baseball set. So if you're a nerd and got nothing going on right now at 9:30 on a Friday, welcome. I see there's one of you. Two of you. Congratulations. So like I said, I decided to get into this thanks to Chad Dukes and the Rodcast cards. I've had a lot of fun with it so far. Unfortunately, YouTube, I don't know what their rationale is for how you get a live stream and how you do not, but they won't let me have one. I guess our channel's too new. They need to verify to make sure I'm not going to put my penis on there or anything. So there's that. After the live video tonight, I will be uploading it to YouTube, and we will also have our first sale. So if you're not following us on Cards by Gross on Instagram and Twitter, please go follow that account. I'll be putting all the sales up for on Twitter. We'll have some 2019 Gypsy Queen on there. We'll have some 2018 Absolute Football on there. And let me tell you, what you can get for $10 from my sale is a significant haul. I think it's a pretty good haul. So, yeah, I look forward to hopefully somebody buying some cards for the love of God. So yeah, so as you can see, this is the box. Box has now been opened. There are, it says to look for hobby exclusive inserts. Find retro designs from 2002, 2003, and 2004. On the back, I know you're not going to be able to see this small fine print, but those are all the odds you have of hitting something special. Now there's 8 cards per pack, and there's 12 packs in this box. So we got a few cards to get through. That being said, we will get 2 autographs or 2 memorabilia cards, or maybe 1 and 1. So we're guaranteed to get something cool. So if you're watching this, you're bound to see something cool. But just to give you a preview before we start that, some of the stuff that's going to be on sale tonight. So we're going to have stuff like the Mark Walton relic card. And for those of you that don't know what a relic is, it's actually patch-worn jersey from his game. Game used, certified by Panini's. So we'll have some cool Absolute Football cards for sale. As you can see, I put them in the nice little sleeves. Trust me, none of this stuff is going for anything expensive. So if you're looking to start collecting like myself, it's a good opportunity to get in fairly cheap. We'll also have some Gypsy Queen stuff. As you can see, I got a couple rookie cards here, a couple base cards. Once again, they'll be very cheap. When I say cheap, I'm talking like 50 cents a card for some. Some will be a little more expensive. I think my most expensive card I'm putting up tonight is $4. Crazy. Wild, I know. I'm making a fortune. But let's get into what we said we were going to get into tonight. So let's get our packs out here. All right. Pretty cool logo here. Got the Shoeless Joe Jackson on the cover. I really like the Diamond Kings look. I've watched some videos on YouTube myself, how they turned out for this year's set, as I was trying to figure out what I would be into, wanting to open, and what I wouldn't be into. And these are definitely cool, so I'm excited to open these bad boys up. So as you can see, this is what they call the base card. Very cool design. Kind of gives you that almost like ripped through paint look, kind of. Almost like an art, like portrait picture almost. So it's pretty cool. So we have Paul Goldschmidt. Throwback of Roberto Clemente. And that's the thing I like about Diamond Kings. It has a nice mix of older players and newer players. Let's see. Josh James, rookie card. Charlie Keller. So this is the first time I'm opening these, so I'm trying to figure out myself what some of these things will be like. So here's a cool set that they have, an insert set for this edition of the card. It's called Heirs to the Throne, and as you can see on this side, they've got Blake Snell, and then he's the heir to the throne from David Price when he pitched for the Rays. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool insert. Again, I really like the design of these cards. They're pretty sharp looking. I like the fact that they're doing kind of an old school, new school with some of the players on these cards, so that's pretty cool because you get guys like Ichiro. So if you're a big Mariners fan. Oh, and here's the back of these cards, by the way. So just to give you a look at the back. And then you got a Tony Gwynn and a rookie in Jonathan Davis. So no hits in the first pack, but the good news is we got 11 more packs. Always some good news there, right? Oh, I can tell you there's definitely a hit in this pack. Look. So I've come to find out, you see how much, see the difference there? I've come to find out it's a rather popular thing for guys to literally go into places such as Target, Walmart. Apparently they sell a lot of these type of different cards, and they will go and try and feel which cards are heavier, and they will try to figure out, like, okay, I need to take this pack because it's heavier. I need to make sure that I'm getting this because it's got what they call a hit in it. Some guys I've even heard take scales, which is fucking insane to me, I have to be honest. Okay, so Satchel Paige, kind of keeping on course with the old school, new school. It's a rookie card from Jonathan Loaisiga, I guess that's how you say it. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, very cool look to these cards. I really like these cards. These base cards are really cool. Brandon Lowe rookie card. Let's see what we got here. A Jose Ramirez. This looks to be another type of their insert card. So as you can see, they have a couple different types of insert cards. The Heirs to the Throne is probably my favorite that I've seen in the pictures so far. I like the feel of the back and forth on it, but these base cards are pretty sweet as well. Frank Baker, a Diamond Kings. Looks like some sort of insert for old school guys. This guy looks like he would have been 175 years old at this point. Yeah, and if you can see it, it says 1919 right there. So that guy's likely dead. Cool Nolan Ryan. Base card. So yeah, I would recommend, if you haven't gotten into baseball cards in a while, which before I had kind of taken a deep dive into this, I had no idea how intricate these baseball sets have become. They have these things called hobby boxes now, which I don't know if those were popular when we were children. I'm 32 now, as of Wednesday. So when I was a kid, I don't know if hobby boxes were a thing. I'm going to say I doubt it. But now, so this was considered a hobby box, and it guaranteed me autograph or memorabilia cards. You can get other things like blaster boxes, they call them, where you're not guaranteed as much or anything, really. But guys will buy, if you just go to YouTube, type in hobby box breaks. Guys do this way more professionally than I do. You can watch guys literally break down cases of cards where they've spent, my assumption is thousands of dollars, because these hobby boxes, so most hobby boxes are $100. This was definitely not $100, I will tell you that. But yeah, it's crazy. But the cards are pretty cool, I will say that. Like I said, if you've watched any of my previous videos, cool Yogi Berra, it's a cool shot. I've gotten into the Gypsy Queen set, which is a very sharp looking set. I showed you, if you were in the room at the beginning of this video, some of those cards. I will now be collecting those because I think they're pretty interesting. Oh, here's a cool, so Yusi Kikuchi, I believe his name is. So you might not be able to tell in this video, maybe if I sit it like this is actually framed. So this part, the border part here, is actually framed. So that's a pretty cool insert card. It's a rookie card. I think that's pretty interesting. And like I said, the back's pretty standard on most of these, unless you got like the heirs to the throne. Here's another insert card called Flashback, Growing Moment, Tony Gwynn. I think we even got his base card, if I remember correctly. So as you can see, kind of base versus one of the inserts. Pretty cool. But yeah, if you want to start collecting cards, you now know one nerd that's doing it. So hit me up. David Fletcher rookie, I don't need to show you that one. Oh, here's a cool one of Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench happens to be my father's favorite baseball player of all time. I believe it's because he was a catcher, and my dad was a catcher as a kid. And Mel Ott. So like I said, they do a really good job of kind of mixing in the old school guys and the new school guys. I actually think the way it seems is this one has more old school guys, which is kind of good because I've gone through some of the other card packs. These are really hard to open too. I've gone through some of the other card packs, and like some of them you don't get as big of names as I'm seeing with the new school guys here. So it's nice to get like names you recognize, because some of the rookies that I've gotten in the Gypsy Queen, they've maybe played baseball in one more professional game than I've played. So Joey Votto, nice little base card there. Some old guy that I don't know, so forgive me. Joe Sewell, played for Cleveland. Good for him. There's everyone that one knows. Ricky Henderson. That's a cool shot. Ricky Henderson always seems to have one of the cooler baseball cards. I don't know if it's just because he was so flashy when he played, stole a ton of bases, hit for a good average, was just really exciting to watch, but he always seems to have cool baseball cards. Him and another guy that we all remember, someone that played for the Orioles way back when he was old and about to retire, could barely run down to first base, Vladimir Guerrero, and another one of those flashback growing moments cards. So those are pretty cool inserts. Let's see what else we got here. Mookie Betts. I really like these base cards. They're pretty sharp looking. Like I said, go on YouTube and look some of this stuff up. Some of these cards are hideous. I can't believe people are into them. But then again, I guess they're for children. Oh, we've got our first hit. So let me see. Guys are really good at doing this, and I'm terrible at it. So they do this, and then they slowly show you like you're a child, and they're doing the thing with where the thing pops out of the box, and you're supposed to be an adult. And then here's the Jersey Kings. Who do we got there? Oh, it's a little pinstripe. Aaron Judge. So for those that are wondering what the hell that is actually a piece of his game-worn jersey. And that's pretty cool because, so they call this a relic. The relic patches a lot of times won't have that pinstripe. So the fact that we got that pinstripe in there, like a lot of times it'll just be white or blue or gray. Like those would be the Yankees colors, so you would just see a gray patch. But to have that pinstripe in there is pretty sweet. You can see the back of it there. It's got a nice thickness to it. I'll have to put that in one of my little savers there, so make sure we don't get that one all dirtied up. But so there's our first hit, the Aaron Judge relic card. So if you're a Yankees guy, this will go on sale. Or if you just want a cool baseball card, it will go on sale. Not tonight. Tonight we'll be selling Gypsy Queen and Absolute Football 2018. Gypsy Queen's from 2019 set. So make sure you're following Cards by Gross on Instagram and Twitter. And like I said, if you weren't in here when I said it, for $10, you can get a lot. Corbin Burns. It's a pretty cool card. Stan Musial. All right, I won't take you through all these now because we've been going at this for probably like 15 minutes or so. So here's another one of the framed ones that I just showed you guys. Who is this? Miguel Andujar. That's the one thing they did say about this set is there's a lot of Yankees comparative to a lot of other stuff. So, which if you're a Yankees fan, good for you. That's cool, I guess. But the framed pieces are pretty cool as well, I thought. So here's another one of the inserts. And this almost looks like it was, I know it wasn't painted on the card, but it kind of looks like a portrait painting of Ronald Acuna Jr., and it is called the Gallery of Stars. I think it's a pretty sharp looking card. They have a ton of inserts for this set. I mean, if you're looking at them, so we've seen Heirs to the Throne, we've seen Crowning Moment, we've seen Old School Diamond Kings, we've now seen Gallery of Stars, we have seen Crowning Moments, and we've seen these neat little framed pieces here. So a lot of inserts for this set, and I believe the base set goes from 0 to 100. Just a couple more of the base cards. 0 to 100, and then they have this thing called short print. Trust me, I've been learning a lot about baseball cards that I never knew. They have this thing called short print, where apparently the printer press of wherever they print these baseball cards off doesn't print enough on the sheet, or they didn't have enough to fill a sheet, so they call them short prints. So I believe the base set is 1 to 100, and then the short prints are 101 to 150. But I'll have to go and double check that, because there's 8,000 websites where you can look up the lists and prices of all these things. It's insanity that this world has been out there, and 5 people, including myself, pay attention to it. So a couple rookie cards there. Oh, we've got a Shohei Ohtani. I don't know why the baseball card collectors get such a rager in their pants for this guy, but every video I watch, if they pull a Shohei Ohtani card, they lose their minds. I don't understand why. The guy played like 70 games last year, and he plays on the West Coast, so I know nobody's paying attention to him this year, but they get excited for it. So there's Shohei Ohtani, base card. Would have been nice if that was a signed thing. I could sell it to one of those nerds. Alright, so we have... Damn, this looks like a different insert. I thought it was one of these. Turns out it's not. This is called Portraits. Man, if you look at that card, it actually does look like they hand-painted that. But this one's called, as you can see on the back, Portraits of Jose Ramirez. So, like I said, ton of inserts in this set. A lot of different crazy inserts. There's a Honus Wagner base card. Pretty cool. Walker Buehler. They, like I said, they really do a nice job of mixing and matching some of the older names, and Eddie Stanky, some of the older names and some of the new school guys. So that is pretty cool. If you're into that, if you like old school baseball stuff, it's definitely, this might be a set that you'd like to check out. If you're just kind of into the new school, I would really recommend Gypsy Queen. I was going to sell my Gypsy Queen, but then I had opened a few sets, and I just really got into it. Okay, so, all right, now I got to tell you about this pack, because I've kind of been skimming through them before you guys get to see them, just to see if there's anything special. Like, the Judge card was actually one of the first cards when I opened that pack, but I put it towards the back, because I'm a showman. So I tried to make it a little more exciting than my stupid face just talking to you about baseball cards. But one of the things I've noticed that they do, Justin Verlander base set, and I had to watch this in a video before I opened this. They do this, here's a cool Roger Maris. They do this thing called spacers. And as you can see, just a white, plain, it's got a little thickness to it, but it's just a plain spacer, right? I found out that the reason they do this is to stop the other nerds from going and weighing their packs and going and trying to feel which packs are heavier, so that all the kids that are actually supposed to be collecting trading cards and not the adult nerds like myself go and try and steal the packs with good hits in them. So they put these things in called spacers that try to screw those guys that go and do that. I can't believe it's that big a thing that they have to do this, but apparently it is. Yikes. Oh, here's a cool another one of these portrait pictures from Mariano Rivera. I'm curious. I'm intrigued to know why, and maybe this is just because it's the way of this insert. But if you notice, he doesn't have the Yankees logo anywhere. And Jose Ramirez has no logo. I wonder what the rationale is for that. That's interesting. But, yep, other than that, we got another Ted Williams base. Bunch of rookie cards in here. And I can tell they're rookies, obviously, from the RC right there. All right, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 packs through. We got 5 to go. We're still guaranteed one more hit. Could be an autograph. Let's hope for an autograph. The guys who I've seen that do this and actually know what the hell they're doing obviously always want autographs over these relic cards, but I have to say, I mean, it's a piece of game-worn jersey. It's still a pretty cool card, if you ask me. But then again, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So here's a Jimmy Fox. Pretty cool base card. Oh, here's an O. Cedric Mullins. He was very popular in the Gypsy Queen set. Hopefully he can make a triumphant return to the Orioles and figure his shit out, because that is a cool rookie card to own. So I think that would be very, very cool if he could figure it out. Oh, we have another Gallery of Stars. Juan Soto. So that goes with the Acuna. It's interesting that they have 2 of these. So they have the portraits, which are paintings, I guess. Not like real paintings on the card, but they're, you know, I guess remakes of paintings. And these Gallery of Stars, which also seem to be painting portrait-like photos on the card. So I'm curious. I'm very intrigued by that. Chipper Jones. I'll be keeping this card because this was my favorite baseball player as a kid. So this one will likely be the only one that does not go for sale. So congrats to me on the big win. Wow, this is unusual. I've got back-to-back cards that have Freddie Freeman. That's weird to pull that right next to each other, but I guess that's possible. Uh-oh. And we have our next hit. So I'll try to do this like the professionals do. As you can see. I know you don't know who that is yet, but you might now. That is an autographed, on-card autograph of Trey Turner from the Washington Nationals. So that is a very cool card to get. A Trey Turner autograph. Pretty cool. Nice little autograph there at the bottom. Really accentuates the T's. I guess if my name was Trey Turner and I had 2 of them, I'd do the same thing. But pretty cool. So we've landed a relic of Aaron Judge and an autographed Trey Turner. So those are 2 pretty good hits. We didn't get any weird, like, rookies that nobody knows of hits. So pretty cool. We'll definitely have to make sure. Now, that being said, oops, just dropped it back. That being said, they say that you're guaranteed to. Sometimes there might be a third. So let's see if we get lucky. I doubt it, but let's see. You never know. I was watching one video and some guy had like 4 hits. There was like 3 autographs. Jesus, how much you spend for that? All right. Lou Gehrig. It's a pretty cool card. Ryan Sandberg. Another old school. Damn, here's another insert. So this one's called the 300. And it's for Roger Clemens. I'm guessing 300 wins. It's got to be for 300 wins. He had 354, but that's got to be for 300 wins. A lot of inserts in this set. That's wild. But pretty cool card. I like the design of that. Kind of with the red and the white and then him hanging out. That's pretty cool. All right. And then another, I think we already saw Ty Cobb, but we got another one. So down to our last 3 packs. Hopefully we hit something juicy. That's what I'm hoping. We'll see. Again, these will probably go on sale sometime next week. If you're interested at all. I'm going to do some basketball because I want to get into some basketball. I saw some good sets to get into basketball with. I'd like to do some more football if possible. As you can see, some more base cards. Matt Carpenter, Aaron Nola's in there. Some pretty cool cards. Damn, so we hit another one of these framed cards. These are really interesting. I wonder what made them come up with the concept of putting these things in little mini frames. They seem to be... Okay, so we got 2 rookies and 1 non-rookie. Dan says hi. Apparently Dan's watching. Lord knows he wouldn't want to participate, but apparently he's watching. So Babe Ruth Diamond King. It's a pretty cool card. Then Ronald Acuna Jr. base card, after we already saw one of his Gallery of Stars cards. Alright, so down to the last 2 packs. So I'm waiting on... There's a fat pack at the end of this. I'm going to be real pissed if it's a spacer. Might have to write into Diamond Kings. Say, what's your problem, man? So what if those kids want nice cards? They're not paying for them, their parents are. Little jerks. I think we already got a Babe Ruth, but there's a Babe Ruth. Colby Allard rookie card. Oh, son of a bitch. They did it to us. Look at this. Look at this. Goddamn spacers. Get a life. Joe DiMaggio. Oh, this is a good day for Gross. Not only did he get the Chipper base card, he got the Crowning Moment Chipper card. Also will not be for sale, because Chipper is my guy. So, other than that, everything will be. Grover Alexander. That's a pretty sharp looking card. Made an old guy look semi-cool. That is hard to do these days. And Giancarlo Stanton. Alright, so we're down to our last pack. The one thing I don't like about this, opening all these cards makes a goddamn mess. It makes a complete and utter mess. Alright. Last pack in the deck. They did it to us. Can you believe this? Spaced us 3 times. 3 times. What a joke. Salvador Perez. Been an all-star before. Rhys Hoskins. I know there's some Philly fans out there somewhere. Damn, another insert. So this one looks different than anything we've seen so far. This is a Justin Verlander. They call it a DK205 series on the back there. But damn, a lot of different inserts in this set. It's wild. I wish they would have done more base cards. Like, make your base card set, because so like Gypsy Queen, their base card set is 300. This base card set is only 100, and then their short prints run from 50. Gypsy Queens runs 20. But like, give me 200 base cards. All these inserts seem like they're hard to catch. Because if you're trying to complete a set, you now have to collect all these insert cards, which seems like a real pain in the ass. But yeah, just a couple more base cards that end our 12 packs. But overall, it was pretty cool. We got a bunch of different insert cards. We got the 2 hits, which I think were 2 really good hits compared to some of the stuff I've seen. Again, we got the Aaron Judge with the Relic Patch jersey, game-worn jersey. So I think that card's really cool. Obviously, Aaron Judge is a big star. And then we got the Trey Turner autograph, which is a really good get. Good young player. He's probably going to be on the Nationals for a while. And has a cool little signature there. On-card signature at the bottom. So that's what I've been doing the past few weeks. I've been opening these cards. I'm going to continue to do this because it's caught my interest until I find out something else that I'll become interested in, I'm sure. So make sure you're following Cards by Gross on Instagram and Twitter. Right now I'm going to go over and get set up and take a bunch of pictures and start putting the Gypsy Queen stuff on sale. And I'll also be putting some of the Absolute Football stuff on sale. Like I said, if you've got $10, you're going to look like a king during this sale. So if you're interested, give it a follow, or at least check out what's going on. If you want something, there's a process that I've put on Twitter. Basically, you just got to reply with take, and we'll get you set up. I've got everything. I've bought a bunch of material to put stuff in sleeves, so everything will be in pristine quality. So that has been the 2019 Diamond Kings baseball hobby set opening. I've got a couple more boxes that I'm going to do probably in the next video. You'll probably see from me will maybe be like Monday, maybe Sunday or Monday. Dan, it's always good to hear from you. Hopefully I'll hear from you soon in regard to our next show. If you ever have interest in doing this, just let me know. You know how to reach me. With that, I'm Gross, and I'll be seeing you guys next week for one of the shows. See ya.